All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about don't forget the upsells. Now, my friend Thomas, EXO VCDS, doesn't like calling them upsells. They call them recommendations. You know, whatever you want to call it. Don't forget to recommend it. To give you a simple example, today, I had two different cars. One was in for a check engine light. Toyota ES300, went and test drove it. After I pulled codes, it had a PO128 thermostat code. Well, sure enough, it didn't get to temperature. Pretty cut and dry on that one. Test drove the vehicle, drove fine, even though it had 200,000 miles on it, pulled it in, did my normal checkout. Well, in the course of my checkout, I checked Carfax, and according to Carfax, the timing belt had not been done in over 120,000 miles and over 5 years. I think it was close to 7. So I recommended a timing belt. At first, the customer only approved the thermostat. Okay, no big deal. Not really a big job, nothing real major. I mean, it doesn't pay a whole lot. Not a great ticket at that point. Get done with the thermostat, refill the cooling system, and it's lunchtime. Okay. So I'll test drive it after lunch, but let me grab this Honda with a charging system problem. So I pull that Honda in, do my normal checkout. You know, it's got a bad alternator. Check out the rest of the vehicle. And again, I do my normal Carfax showing a timing belt's never been done. Okay. Write it up for spark plugs, pulled them, they're original. Got 100 and some odd thousand miles on it, so I think an 08. Do all my checks, write it up for timing belt, write it up for spark plugs. And again, turn it in. Go to lunch, come back. The timing belt on the ES300 has approved. I'm like, okay, I don't have parts yet. I'm gonna finish the cord. I got approval to do just the alternator and the spark plugs. I'm like, cool. Not a great ticket, but you know, decent. Do the alternator, do the spark plugs, crank it up, pull it out. Let it sit there and run for a little while. Make sure everything's good. Figure I'll start working on the Avalon. You know, I keep calling it an Avalon. ES300. Start tearing that one down at what I wanted my one bay for that car because it works better because I've got a ledge on that my one bay that I use for diagnostics, and I can't put my cart on that side, so I tend to want to use that bay. Pull it in, start tearing it down. Service writer comes out, they approve the timing belt on the Accord. That's why it's important to recommend needed repairs. If a customer has not done their timing belt, I mean, it could be catastrophic depending on the engine. Obviously, there's engines that, you know, timing belt breaks, no big deal, slap a new belt on, drive it out the bay. There's other cars that are a little more finicky when the timing belt breaks. But if the customer is aware that they need a timing belt is due, they can plan for it more importantly, and they can come back to you and get that recommended work. So remember, always look over a vehicle for recommended or upsells. It's going to help your paycheck. It's going to take care of your customers' cars. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe. Make sure and hit that bell notification so you get notified when I put out a new video. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Comments are always appreciated, and as always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master. And yes, I do like gravy.